Thank you for joining us for Cape Chronicle. I'm Audrey Kane. On today's show, we'll have groups making a difference for the community and university students. Christy Norden will be here from the women's advocacy group Zonta Club of Cape Girardeau to celebrate Women of Achievement and the many services of Zonta. Executive Director Marla Mills of Old Town Cape will talk with us about how downtown Cape has changed over her last 11 years and what's to come next. Finally, we'll end our show with a visit from Southeast Missouri State University's Mass Media Department Chair, Dr. Pam Perry. That's all ahead on Cape Chronicle.
This is Candace Davis.
This is SHAD Burner.
Hello, this is Tom Hardy.
I'm Stacy Dohan-Lane.
This is Frank Nickel.
I'm Brooke Hildebrand Clubs.
This is Nate Savarino. You're listening to KRCU.
At KRCU, we don't just say anything. Tune in weekdays to hear local voices delivering trusted information on nature, food, history, health, sports, and more during NPR's Morning Edition.
Welcome to Cape Chronicle. I'm Audrey Kane. We're here now with Christy Norden from the Cape Girardeau chapter of Zonta International. Christy, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
I wanted to start off with the mission statement of Zonta, and that is, we envision a world in which women's rights are recognized as human rights, and every woman is able to achieve her full potential. Okay, so that's a huge goal.
It's kind of a mouthful. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. So let's narrow it down a little bit to what it is that Zonta does here locally in the Cape Girardeau area. What types of programs?
Well, we have lots of different service projects that we do here in Cape, but overall the mission locally is the empowerment of women here in our community. And so our service projects are here in Cape, but also international as well.
Okay, so when you say service project, what would be like an example of a service project that you might take on?
Well, to help many different members of our club find their right spot in the club, we have a variety of different projects. So the Zonta members help with the backpacks program, where backpacks are sent home. We help with the Pink Up Cape movement.
Okay.
We do Read to Succeed, financial literacy. Then we also have scholarships for different young women several times throughout the year as well.
Okay, so if someone was interested in being on the receiving end of the program, is there an office that Zonta has that they can, contact? Or
not particularly, but one of the neat things about having a group comprised of professional businesswomen in the community is a large network of ladies who know people who can take advantage of the services. So we do have an online application process. But really, we reach out to within members and find these women that are deserving through our service projects as well.
And so I'm guessing that you are finding people in a way that a lot of organizations find people. Say you're a teacher at a school and you hear information, so you refer that family that you know information about to a Zonta member.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, or maybe a high school girl who is looking for assistance with something, and so you have a program that would meet her need.
Definitely, and within our membership we actually have educators. We have women that serve on the boards of various charitable organizations. So we do take our service projects a little more in the realm too of helping with Safe House and things like that. So we can find if there is a woman who's been
like a victim of domestic
exactly,
abuse.
And they've utilized the Safe House services, the director there may recognize a spark in this person that could benefit from one of our other projects or from one of the scholarships and things like that.
So it boils down to just a really great network for women to help each other.
Absolutely. At the heart of Service Club really empowering women and being a network of us together working to help improve the status.
Excellent, excellent. And something that we need even more today than ever.
Absolutely.
Well, I know that recently you all recognized the Women of Achievement. What were a couple of those awards for?
Well, this year we just finished up our very successful luncheon, so we're very, very proud of that. And our Lifetime Achievement Award winner was Ms. Wendy Kirker-Rust, and she is just outstanding and is such a pillar of the community. And our celebration winner, Judge Mary Rhodes, and she was amazing too, and just serving on the Supreme Court and being one of the first women to be in that not traditionally female role is very empowering for us.
Absolutely. So how do you go about nominating people for these awards each year?
The awards are actually open to public nomination.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, this year we actually even had a Facebook posting where you could go out and just type in your nominee and it would come straight to us. The Celebration and Lifetime Award recipients are chosen by our club here locally, which is wonderful. But our WOA, or Women of Achievement Award, is actually chosen by a club outside of our region. So those nominees all have their application packets and we submit them to another club. And then that is presented as a surprise at the luncheon.
So that takes the feeling of a popularity contest out of it, so that you all turn the judgment over to another group. Well, that's nice, because then it really and truly is based upon the merits and achievements of that person that's been nominated.
Exactly, and how they've directly impacted the lives of women in our community.
That's excellent. Well, it's really nice to know that Zonta is working so hard through women and then to help women, but then also to recognize the women who have contributed to the community in such an important way.
Absolutely. It's really important for us to build each other up and to take care of each other. One of the neat things that we do at our meetings is something called Applause Applause, and at the end of each meeting, membership is invited to stand up and tell something nice that's going on in your world. It may be something that you've accomplished yourself. It may be something that your family has done. You could recognize an accomplishment of your neighbor who did something fabulous, you know, but just being able to stand up and feel proud of yourself and have this community of women also proud of you is a really good feeling.
So if someone wanted to become a member, how do they go about doing that?
Just come on to a meeting.
Okay, well, where do you all meet?
We meet at Ray's on the plaza the first Tuesday of every month, and we have a kind of a social hour from 5:30 to 6, and then we have a nice dinner too, which is lovely. You know,
you can always get a good dinner at Ray's.
Girl, everybody needs to get out of the house for dinner, and this is a great way to do it.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things that I've noticed about you, and we served together on the board of the Cancer Gala in the past, and you obviously are dedicated to community service. Was there something that you did with Zonta that really struck a chord with you, that really made your involvement the most meaningful to you?
You know, all of the programs are really great. Being kind of a nerd, as I am, having a group of women that's on your side and that are there for you no matter what is really unique and important to me. So that's one of the reasons why I was drawn to it to begin with. Since then, I've been moved by the Safe House work and what they're doing there. I have a young daughter, and so it's important to me for her to see that women can be friends and that we can build each other up, and to know that not everybody is as lucky as we are and as blessed as we are, and you know, sometimes those of us who have those blessings have to chip in to help others. So
absolutely.
That's really important.
Thank you so much for coming by to talk with us. Christy Norden of Zonta Cape Girardeau, but also Zonta International. Next up, we'll have Marla Mills with Old Town Cape on Cape Chronicle. Unhook you. You did great.
Oh my God.
It's going to be hard work, but you've never let that stop you. At Southeast Missouri State, we put that will to do to work for you. You won't just learn in lectures. You'll get your hands dirty, your skills strengthened, and whatever you do, you won't be going it alone. You can do this because you earn everything you get. And what you'll earn here will pay off out there.
Welcome back to Cape Chronicle. I'm Audra Kane. We're here now with Executive Director Marla Mills of Old Town Cape. So Marla, I'm familiar with Old Town Cape, but I know that there are people who are watching the program that are not. What is the purpose of Old Town Cape? Some people just don't know what you are or what you do.
Right, people hear about the things that we do, but they don't know who we are. So Old Town Cape is a not-for-profit downtown revitalization organization that started here in Cape Girardeau in 1999, and it is built on a Main Street approach. It's a four-point approach that encompasses the design, promotion, economic development, and then organization of your downtown. And so we work with partners, volunteers, really anyone that will work with us. And as I said, we're a not-for-profit, and our whole mission is just to revitalize downtown. And for us in Cape Girardeau, downtown is about 130 blocks from the river to West End and from Highway 74 to North Street.
And it has changed drastically. We'll get to that a little bit later, but I know that there is a new it's a Partners in Preservation grant process. Isn't that something that you're getting ready to take part in?
We have taken part. Partners in Preservation is a partnership between the National Trust for Historic Preservation and American Express, and they do this every year, and every year they have a little bit different focus. But this year their focus was main streets across the country, and they invited 25 communities to participate in a granting competition process. So we've already done that piece. We had to garner votes for our project across the country, and we had to finish within the, out of the 25, we had to finish in the top 10, and we finished 9th. So we were awarded a grant through this, so the award is there, and so now we have to implement that.
Okay, so what's next for that? Now that you say you have to implement that, what does that mean exactly?
Well, our project was to take the Common Pleas Courthouse and to really revitalize it, to take the gazebo. Most people, and I didn't recognize how old it really is. It was built in about 1913. It's over 100 years old, and so we want to refurbish that, put a roof back on it. There was originally a roof on the gazebo, and it was called just a bandstand. And so we want to kind of build that back up. But then also, the City Council of Cape Girardeau recently renamed that area as Ivor Square after an African-American family who lived in the area, and James Ivor signed up for the war on the steps of the Common Pleas Courthouse, and then he died in service, and his family continued to live here and she received a pension from that, and it was kind of a good story and a good basis for kind of just giving that area a really good name. So we're going to also help identify that area as Ivor Square.
Okay, so when you say taking the Common Pleas Courthouse and revitalizing it, are some of the services that are currently residing in
I'm
it?
sorry, not the courthouse itself.
The courthouse grounds.
But the grounds of the courthouse.
Okay, because
yes.
it is a beautiful picture. I mean, come on, they used it for the movie Gone Girl.
That's
of
right.
course, it's a gorgeous area downtown, and Old Town Cape uses it for tunes at twilight. So what is it that you, besides, you know, revitalizing the gazebo and making the grounds look lovely, what is it that you all want to use it for? Are there other things that you foresee happening there?
Well, we feel like we kind of take that area for granted. It has a beautiful view, but it does need a little TLC, and we know that down the future, in the future, whatever happens to the courthouse itself, that whoever takes that over, you know, if the county keeps it, if the city takes it, if someone else takes it, that needs a lot of work, and the grounds would be neglected for a long time. So we wanted to kind of do that in advance of something happening to the courthouse, and so the grounds will be, as you said, we'll beautify it. It includes, you know, running some electric, making it better, having better access to electric and things that make it more usable for things like weddings and you know, even concerts like we do with tunes. We have some trouble sometimes with the electric and the sound and that kind of thing. So we just want to make it more usable, because it's and we know that once we do that and really beautify the area, that more and more people will use it for all kinds of things downtown.
Well, and like 4th of July, we always have a lot of stuff going on down there during the 4th of July celebration. Yes. So that's an interesting part of what Old Town, because I didn't realize that was the kind of thing that you all did, but I love that. Now you also have a new website and branding that you're working on?
We do, and as you said, you didn't recognize we do that. Most people recognize us for our events, but really our mission is in all of those areas, and so design is a big one, and so you know, trying to give resources to people and help resources in the term of giving them direction of how to respect the historic nature of the community. But then promoting downtown is another big thing for us. So we do that through events, but we also do it through our website, through our social media, and most of that is not so much about the organization, although we want people to know about that. It's about downtown. So our new website is downtowncapegirardeau.com, and it has all kinds of information about downtown, and then it also has some information about our organization on there.
The branding, how are you changing the way that you're branding Old Town Cape? I mean, is it just something that you're promoting a little bit differently, or what is it that you're doing exactly there?
For a while after Old Town Cape started, we were referring to, as an organization, kind of the downtown as Old Town Cape, as the Old Town Cape district. And really that was done with a purpose. It was strategically done to try to get the local people to start thinking of downtown in as a bigger area. A lot of people thought of just Main Street as downtown, and that was it. And so I think that was really achieved. Through the years, people have really started to identify, you know, once you passed West End, you're downtown. And so that was kind of the purpose. But now we felt like it was time to really look at that and see what resonates with people, and the term downtown really resonates with people, and particularly younger crowds. And so we felt like it was time to kind of go back to promoting downtown as downtown, now that we have identified it as a larger area. And so that's what we're doing.
Pardon me, you have been with Old Town Cape for 11 years, and the massive changes that even I myself have seen in the last 8 years that I've been here. What would you say was maybe the crown jewel that we've got about a minute left, what would you say is probably your favorite thing that has been improved in the last 11 years?
There's a lot of things, but honestly Broadway, I think, and it really was kind of the turning point. Things really started to change after Broadway changed, and I think that was you know, one of the things for me that has made, you know, I've seen so much change since that happened, and it took, you know, this really horrific street and made it beautiful.
It did.
That's what we're all about.
It is gorgeous, and it leads you right downtown.
It does.
Well, Marla, we could talk about downtown all day long. I'm sorry that we're out of time, but thank you so much for coming by today. It's always great to chat with you.
Sure, I love it. I love talking about it.
Marla Mills with Old Town Cape has been with us. After the next break, we'll be joined by Dr. Pam Perry of Southeast Missouri State University.
You can sing in the shower and doodle in the margins of a notebook for the rest of your life, or you can push your creativity to center stage and develop the skills to back it up. At Southeast Missouri State University, you can surround yourself with minds that are as creative and weird and beautiful as yours, at a campus dedicated exclusively to the arts, with classmates who share your passion and faculty who know the industry. You've got talent. Let's see what you got.
That's all right. So, what are you going to be doing this evening?
I think I'm going to stay here for a while.
What could you possibly have to do around here?
Don't worry about it.
At KRCU, we get down to business. Tune in to Let's Talk Business every Monday during NPR's Morning Edition.
At Southeast Missouri State, we've been launching the extraordinary careers of educators for nearly 150 years. But that's the thing about educators. They're always ready to learn more, discover new paths, and push themselves to the next level. With our new online educational leadership programs, you can earn the credentials needed to move up in your career. With flexibility for your schedule, accelerated courses, and an affordable price, together we can transform our learning communities and prepare you to conquer your goals.
This is Cape Chronicle, and I'm Audra Kane. We're here now with Dr. Pam Perry, Chair of the Department of Mass Media at Southeast Missouri State. Dr. Perry, welcome to Cape Chronicle.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
Well, this is your first time to be on the show, and it's kind of run by your department, so congratulations.
Thank you.
You've been christened. So I'm excited because you have been here a total of how long?
4 months.
4 months, but you are not foreign to the area of Southeast Missouri. You have relatives here, right?
That's correct. I'm a native of Rolla, Missouri. I was born and raised there, and got 2 of my degrees in Missouri, and I've got a brother and a sister-in-law, and his family are here in town. He's a pastor of Fruitland Community Church.
Well, you've got some ties, so hopefully you're not going to run off anytime soon, because we do like to hold on to good people in our department. And I'm a product of the department, so that's why I say it the way that I do. What was it about Southeast that brought you back? Because you had done some work you had been with Belmont, right? Belmont
Yes.
University in Nashville, and you had been in Washington, D.C. as well. What drew you back to Southeast Missouri?
Well, there are several things, one of which is that I was born and raised here but went away for about 30 years, not quite, and wanted to come back home, but only if it was a good place. And Southeast is a wonderful place, and the mass media department is a remarkable department. So what I've inherited as the chair is a committed, talented faculty and staff, tremendous new facilities, great community partners, wonderful students, and so it was just a wonderful opportunity for someone to come in and help continue to steer the good course that we were already on. So I really like what they were doing, and so just found it to be a wonderful opportunity to move back to Missouri and continue to work at a wonderful regional university.
Well, and highlighting that new facilities, I would wholeheartedly agree with you, because when I started at Southeast as a non-traditional student in 2010, Grawl was very different than it is today. That's the building at the corner of Normal and Pacific on campus, and it was gutted and completely remodeled, so you didn't really see it before, did you?
I saw it when I came to interview in November of last year for the job, so I can see the difference as a visitor, but in terms of teaching, all I know is this wonderful new facility that has great technology in our classroom that helps us empower our students, and so it really is a beautiful facility. But it was the former chair and the current faculty that kind of managed all of that. I just kind of inherited that.
Well, and the faculty of so many of them have been here a very long time and are very affectionate about the university. But then when you arrived and interviewed, they were in the process of completing the Rust Media Center here on Broadway. And so was that another kind of draw for you?
I don't know very many universities that have a facility like this. It's amazing, and where we can help our students, do what they learn in the classroom. Like right now, as we're speaking, the people who are operating the camera, the people working in the production room are our students. And so it was a big draw, this facility, the partnership with Rust Communication, that just had unlimited potential of what we can do, and so that was a big, big draw.
What do you see as some ways that the department will be empowering students, particularly I would say with the Southeast Arrow, because of our partnership with the Arrow and the Southeast Missourian? Are there more plans to help empower them to do additional work outside of the classroom?
Absolutely. Our mission is to help students become, the next generation of leaders in the media world, and we do that in several different ways. The Arrow has become quite an exceptional publication. Not that its past isn't good. This coming fall will be the 35th anniversary of the department, and so the Arrow has been around a while, but they have just kind of reached a new level. They recently were recognized. They got second place for the CMA Pinnacle Award, which is a really prestigious award within our industry, and I believe the first time they've ever received that in the history of the department. They also were recognized as 9th in Best of Show in weekly newspapers, and what that means is that the Arrow was named the 9th best weekly newspaper in America. And they were kind of disappointed with the 9 because they thought they wanted to be higher. And then I said, that's in the country. And so we want to just continue to empower them. We have a really good relationship with a lot of community partners, Russ Communications, with the local CBS TV station. And we also have a very active council of professionals who help us as well. And so we want to just have our students do as much as they can in the real world to help prepare them so when they go out. And so we're just excited about, we have a Matt Go on the Pro initiative in the classroom, we have the Russ Center, and we just have a lot of partnerships in the community.
Well, and the community has embraced the students because they're reading their work in the Southeast Missouri. And so, well, we could talk all day, but unfortunately we're out of time. I'm so grateful for you coming in today, Dr. Pam Perry of Southeast Missouri State University. Thank you as well for joining us today on Cape Chronicle. The program is a collaboration between the Department of Mass Media at Southeast Missouri State and the City of Cape Girardeau. Our executive producer is Dr. Jim Dufek. I'm Audra Kane. Thank you for watching.